All right. Well, happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. Big waves out there. If this is your first Zoom with us, we do two-handed waves. And the reason for that is because it makes you smile. So thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. I am so fired up for what we are bringing to you this evening. So not only do we have the Coach Palmer, but we also have Mary Kathryn Ewing and Kimberly Brechja. And so this is going to be a dynamic Zoom this evening. So I cannot wait to learn from everybody. I've got my notebook ready, so I can't wait to take some great notes and share what these amazing humans are doing. And Coach, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen to talk about some events that we have going up. But as I'm doing that, you want to kind of talk to us a little bit about what we should be doing with this?
Absolutely. So first off, I want to say this as everybody's coming in the waiting room. So as we're looking at the upcoming events, um, I am going to be with some leaders in Mexico coming up next week. So in Monterrey, Mexico, there's a flyer out. We will also get it in researchdrops.com. But I want you to think about, who do you know? Who does your team know in Mexico? Please reach out to me or Andrea Rosser. I will be in Monterrey next Thursday doing an event with Freddie Malero, Ibrahim Sweeney, and a whole host of leaders in Monterrey. And then the next day, we will travel over to Mexico City for a Connect event. We will be there. And here's what I'll tell you. Um, Anybody you know, plug us in. Plug us in. They can come to these events. They can be our guests. We'll take care of them. So, again, we can help build your business and we can help save you a lot of time, a lot of money by plugging into us. We will take care of your people. And then, Andrea, I don't know if you're going to, oh, okay, here we go. So we're going to be over in Europe, where, Andrea, I'll let you grab that and talk about that.
Yes. So the first event over in Europe well, okay, let me back up a little bit. I don't have the flyers on here, but you can find them on partner.co if you go to events, because there are actually connect events. There's one this weekend, there's one next weekend, and then the weekend after that, all around Europe. So I'm sharing the ones on here that I'm going to be at. But if you know people over in Europe, you are welcome to invite them to these events. You've all been to one, or hopefully you have, and you saw how powerful it was for you and your belief in the company. So you can do that with your guests, and if you have any team over there as well. But we will be doing a prospecting event in Cluj, Romania. If you need to know where that is, don't ask me. I just know it's somewhere far away. But that is going to be on March 26th. So that will be a phenomenal event to bring people to. Then we have the Connect event. So Cluj is in Romania. Then we're going to be moving on to Bucharest, Romania. So there will be a Connect event there. Myself, I'll be there. Coach Palmer will be there. So we will be happy to connect with any of your guests and your team that you would like to include to this event. And then we have another prospecting event moving over to Malmo, Sweden, and this will be on April 3rd. So the Connect event, I don't think I said, it's going to be March 29th and 30th. And then in Malmo, Sweden, we will be on April 3rd, and Coach Palmer will be there as well. I think I have an old flyer, but he will be there, and these are going to be phenomenal events for everybody.
Yeah, and one of the things I want to add, and you can go ahead and pan back out, Andrea, if you want, is the biggest thing is knowing, just play who do you know. And I always say to travel international is super expensive. And so I always focus people's attention, like, focus in your state, focus in your community, focus in your own backyard. But then as we're traveling, if we're going to spend thousands of dollars to travel, and it is, you can't make a road trip to Europe and Mexico without shelling out a lot of cash. We would love to help you grow your business, right? Where you don't have to move that money. You don't have to shell out that. You can leverage us, leverage our time to your people. So play who do you know in those areas with you, with your team. and reach out to Andrea or myself if we can help you in any way. And listen, there's a lot of texts coming through on a daily basis. So if somebody doesn't answer your text, if Andrea doesn't answer, please send it back. Do like a resend. Okay. Don't just, it's kind of like prospecting. Don't assume the prospect got it and ghosted you, right? Because that's what we do, right? We send something out and they don't respond and we're like, they don't like us. They don't like our company. They don't want our product. But really, they didn't see it. So you got to reach back out to them. The same way with us. So if we don't answer back, reach back out, okay? And we will. So I promise you, we didn't mean to miss it. But
Yes.
we just wanted to put that out there where everybody would know. And Andrea, anything else you want to add to that?
I just wanted to add that yes, all of these flyers will be up on researchdrops.com. And I saw in the chat somebody said, "What's Research Drops?" So it's a website that you can go to. And if you click on events, you can see events all around, well, really the globe. So if you're looking for an event in an area, if you're looking for an event coming up, go to researchdrops.com and you can find them all there.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah, that is a site that Todd Rowland built, spent his money building, but it's really one that we blur the lines of sponsorship. And it's like, how can we help everybody know where everything is at all the time? So, researchdrops.com, we will get all this information up in that site. So, I want to preface this and then we'll do the right introduction, Andrea. I know you want to show her picture, but I'll tell you what tonight is, okay? And I want to preface this to, hold on just a second.
Sorry.
I can't, I have to see a gallery view just so everybody knows. But so if you've been around me any time at all, I try to come from the heart in most of my coachings and teachings and everything. And so something's been on my mind. I actually did a podcast that will air soon for someone in the industry that had reached out and wanted me to do a podcast. And I'm good friends. I'm really good friends with a couple of business owners that own network marketing companies. Um, like, if you, so I share all this to say, here was my thinking. In our industry, you know, there was a company, there's a company that's a couple of $1 billion, been around the industry for a long time, that, and we were having this conversation on the podcast, that require their new people in order to get their full check. Disclaimer, this is not Partner Co. Okay. So for everybody that might catch not the full conversation, this is not Partner Co. But I like what they did. So follow me through. When a new brand partner, a new distributor comes into their company, until they get to a certain level, they have to do monthly recruiting, meaning they've got to bring in it's a small amount, but an X amount of customers or X amount of distributors in order to get their full check. And when I first saw that, I was like, oh, Tamara Bullard? That doesn't seem right. Who would do that company, right? And then I got to thinking, and then as you build the business and you get to bigger ranks, it's not required anymore. It's not required as much, right? It softens. And we were talking about this, and we're like, the company's been around for years and years and years. And it's $3 or $4 billion in sales annually. But what they really did is they kept the beginners, the new people, the people just starting the company in create and build mode. They actually did the new distributors a favor, even though the new distributors probably didn't like it, and they kept them in prospect mode because that's how we get paid. I was having a conversation with Haley Lee today, And me and Haley was talking about, we can get, do you agree the world's a distractible place? We're getting sold 9,000 different ways. Just go check out Facebook, go check out anything. We're getting sold 9,000 different ways on a daily basis. So it's a highly distractible world. And when you're first joining the business and you don't have a team, you're like adding one, and then you add two, and then one quits and you've only got one. And then the other one quits and you've got none and you've got to add one. And then you add two, and then and then four, and it grows to eight, and then three quit. Okay, that is reality of our business, right? We go, well, we don't like that. Well, that's life. I mean, it's just life. So we were talking about this, and I said, you know what? The art of our industry and our profession is learning how to effectively daily reach out to people, connect with people. It should be called connect marketing because that's the one that connects the most humans consistently day in and day out wins this game. Summer Simons told me last night because she did a Zoom with my son, Peyton, who's probably on here. And she said it just was crazy. Have you ever done a crazy Zoom before where like if it's going to go wrong, everything goes wrong? Like the prospect's battery went dead on the phone. Then he had to get out of the car. Then the dog bit him on the ankle. Then he tripped going into the house. And then he got into the house and they couldn't see the face. I mean, it was just a train wreck. But guess what? He saw it and signed up. And I was sharing this with her. I said, you know what? That should tell us just connect, 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 connect. Some people, I'm not a huge cliche person, but some people say like, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. There's a lot of truth to that. You have a presentation ready, you practice on people to where you know what you're going to say, and then you just go to work. You go to work connecting. You go to work connecting. And I have distributors call me all the time and they're frustrated or they're like, "Oh, I don't know what to do." And it's like, "Yeah, connect. That's what we got to do. That's what we get paid to do." Like the company produces the product, they pay us, and we're the marketing arm for the company, and our job is to connect, connect, connect. And as we start building the organization, there's going to be people that come in red hot and then they get cold. And so if we're connecting, we're adding on top of them, adding on top of them, adding on top of them until the organization grows to a point to where you've hit a threshold, right? It might be $20,000 a month that you worked really hard to get it there. But if you're honest with yourself, now leverage starts to take over. And you're not working quite as hard as you were working when you first started, getting one and then turning one to two and two to three and one quits. So you just keep fighting, you just keep working, you just keep connecting, and it starts to expand. But the reason for tonight, I'm setting all this up, Kimberly and Mary Kathryn, because really what we need here is the art of reach out. Would you agree? What if you had this, oh my goodness, I know exactly, I mean, I've got direction. How many of you would love direction? Okay? How many of you love direction? So here's what I'm trying to say tonight. I hope I can tie it all in together. So in the comments, and we're only going to do one side of the transformation, okay? And that's going to be just weight loss, okay? Follow me here, follow me here. If you've had a weight loss, I could put all kinds of things, but we're going to do weight loss because it's easy to type. If you have lost weight on our products, put it in the comments, please. And then put your state initials like 225 or 100 pounds in MS for Mississippi. So like you're seeing it, 33 pounds, Colorado, Louisiana. Look, it's flying through. Now, as you see these, every person you see has a testimony. Every person you see lives somewhere in this world. Every person you see, there's a potential for you to connect a prospect to this person, a prospect to that person, a prospect to Florida, prospect to California. You go, I don't have anybody to actually jump on a Zoom with me. Look around, ladies and gentlemen. We got 232 people on the call tonight, and they're firing in the comments. I've lost this amount, this amount, this amount. Okay. And we've got a whole company that says we blur the lines. Like if we can help you connect, connect, connect. So look at the weight loss. Look at the weight loss. Okay. Perfect. I see Jason Brown on here. I owe him a call. I mean, all of these numbers, crazy. First of all, congratulations to everybody. Why do I put that there? Because if you plug into calls and you plug into people, you realize, oh my gosh, I have so many people willing to help me build a business, willing to help me connect to a person that doesn't know what we got our hands on. When a person says, I'm going to lead a chat right here. When a person says, I don't know, I'm a little leery about the drops. I don't know if they work. Um, and they happen to be from Canada, Saskatchewan. And I'm on this Zoom tonight and I go, oh my gosh, Diane, she's lost 21 pounds. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to reach out to Diane. I'm going to see if she'll connect and we will put common ground together. Okay. Or maybe I'm talking to somebody in Louisiana and I go, oh my gosh, Pam has lost 43 pounds. I'm going to see if I can connect with Pam and my prospect. But in my mind, it's a connect, connect, connect. So right now, my son, we're working the business. We're trying to learn the business. We're coaching every day. And his goal is 5 people today. He's probably not on tonight because he's actually went about an hour away, hour and a half away to do a prospecting in person. But his goal is 5 a day, 5 a day, 5 a day. But we got to get in the frame of, okay, who am I reaching out to? Kimberly Brechja is going to do an amazing topic for you tonight. I'm so excited. But then when I find the who, then what do I do? And so right now I'm going to bring up Mary Kathryn Ewing. I'm going to get right to it. So, and I just want you to open your mind tonight, okay? So I want to introduce you to Mary Kathryn, and I want to coach you on something tonight. Never say to the group, I know y'all probably heard my story. No, we haven't. We want to hear it again and again and again and again. Okay? Because there's somebody new on tonight that does not know your story. So, first of all, we're going to start with that, Mary Kathryn. So, Mary Kathryn came here. Okay? Mary Kathryn's mom, Petra, from New Orleans, saw a post. So, does posting twice a day work for the ones that do it? Does it work long term for the ones that do it? What if I want to grow a bigger audience? Create another Facebook page. Think outside the box. Be a business owner. Figure it out. Like create a different following, right? You can do all kinds of things. Like you're in full control. But Petra sees this, gets 2 sets of drops, get Mary Kathryn. She starts using one box. She has a positive experience. We get her right then on a Zoom with Andrea Rosser, okay, because I practice what I preach, okay? And guess what? She enrolls. She enrolls as a brand partner. Never done the industry. And I'll say this. Here's the thing. She enrolls as a brand partner, but she's willing to be coached. And she goes to work posting twice a day. Continuing to use the drops, continuing to plug into Circle of Health, continuing to get better with her health. And in 1 year, She's down almost 100 pounds. And in this 1 year, she made over $50,000 of income in our company. Never done the industry before. So if I'm like trying to get a PhD here in network marketing, that's a pretty good first year. Pretty good first year. But did she add one, add two, add three, one quit, two quit, had to add another, had to add? Absolutely. Guess what? Everyone else that ever built a big business here, same thing happened to them. And that's what you do. But along the way, she kept honing in on her skills, on her presentation. She kept honing in on this and that. And now I can happily say that after a year, she can do it all. She can present, she can jump on a three-way call, she can prospect, she can reach out. Her skill level has just grown through the roof. And so tonight, I want you to know that she is reaching out, she is enrolling people. And I wanted her to jump on because I wanted her to share. I wanted her to share what she was reaching out, the verbiage she's using, so that hopefully there's somebody on here that's like, I just need a line. I need something to go off of. So, Mary Kathryn, talk with us. First of all, thanks for being on. I know I
Thank you.
told your story for you, but first of all, is there anything you want to add to that, like just over this last year? And then share with everybody what you're doing right now and the script so they got it to walk away.
Okay, absolutely. So just to add, I came in to lose weight and I've gained so much more. So for anyone that's still trying to figure out why you're here, there's plenty to absorb and you will just continue to grow. Just do the footwork. But I mean, the weight loss is obviously a huge thing. But the way that I feel overall, my passion and my love for this industry has just grown and grown. And it is absolutely amazing. I don't go a day where I don't live and breathe Partner Co. and all of our amazing products and just continue, you know, to grow in everything that I do. So as far as what I do right now as far as reaching out, I do have a full-time job. So with that, I have to be very strategic with my time because I could literally talk about this day in, day out because I absolutely love it and have a huge passion for it, as I mentioned. But what I'm actually doing right now started, what month are we in? March. So about a month ago, I started where I was reaching out, doing similar like Peyton's doing, where I have a goal, a daily goal. And so I'm picking about 5 to 10 people a day that I'm reaching out to. And it is in Messenger or it is in text. And then hopefully it will transpire into a phone call and what have you. But what I'm doing is I'm going into Facebook and I'm going where you have the option to see all your friends and you select the manage section. And you should have 3 topics and it has least interacted with, no mutual friends. Those are the 2 areas that I'm actually selecting because they're potentially not seeing my post. And you never know. So the script that I'm actually sending, like I said, I pick 5 to 10 a day. And I've started with the least interacted with. And believe it or not, I have hundreds and thousands of people that they probably have no clue who I am, forgot that they were even friends with me. So it was an amazing opportunity. So my script, and happy to send this to whomever, or you guys can post wherever. But the script that I'm sending to those potential prospects, basically, hey, MK, how are you? Hope you're doing well. I'm part of something amazing and would love to share the opportunity with you. Helping so many people, helping myself, making a difference, and it fits perfectly in my everyday life. I'm having huge success and know you would too. Do you have 10 minutes for a call? Is morning, afternoon, or evening better for you? Looking forward to sharing with you. So I'm already making it personable. I'm already starting a conversation, and you never know where it's going to, transpire. Believe it or not, I sent it to 2 Partner Co people that off their Facebook. I had no clue that they were with Partner Co. They gave up a year ago. And they said, you know what, I think I'm going to get back in it. And they had no connection to me whatsoever. We just became friends through the industry, through Partner Co. So you never know who you're going to stumble upon and bring back to life. And so I use that as a base. I actually just sent it to invite for an event and changed up the ending a little bit because you want to start a conversation, you want to be sincere. And so I feel as though that if I can at least plant the seed, you never know where it's going to go. Just to be authentic. And, even though these people may not show, they may, not even respond. If you do the footwork, I truly believe that it is going to come back and bless you in so many ways. So just dream it, believe it, and achieve it.
Mary Kathryn, thank you for that. Is there a way you can put that in the chats for everybody?
I can.
It's in the chat. I've put it in.
Okay, Andrea put it in the chats for everybody. Let me tell you some things that she said that was super important. I'm a numbers guy. Like I'm a numbers guy through and through. Every business I own, I crunch numbers. There's 243 people on here. Okay. Mary Kathryn said something really big. She said her goal is what, Mary Kathryn? 5 to 10 a day?
Yep.
If we did 5, okay, tomorrow we would reach out. Let me tell you what most people don't do in network marketing that causes them to fail. They don't reach out to anybody. And I'm going to step on some of your toes tonight because today, if we paid you on how many people you reached out to, you wouldn't be happy with the check you're getting. I don't say that to be slappy. I say it to be honest. Our profession pays you very well to reach out consistently. And if you can do 5 a day and you can hang with that consistently over time, you will build a powerful business. Don't quit. Enjoy the journey of better health, living better, living a longer life, and then those 5 a day. Just this group on this Zoom tomorrow, if we did 5 reach outs, we would connect with 1,215 people. 1,215 people. If the connect rate was 10%, that's 121 appointments that we would book at 10% connect, meaning that somebody said, hey, I like what you sent me. Okay. Out of 121, that's just one day, guys. Out of 121, if we did 121 at a 10%, right? What is that? That's over 12 distributors gained one day, just this group, just this Zoom. It's a numbers game. The power of our industry, it should be connect marketing because it's all about connecting. And it goes back to the company that challenges their distributors by saying, if you want your full check, then you've got to bring in X amount of customers and X amount of distributors to get it. And we would all go, that is terrible. But in reality, they're setting them up for success because they're keeping them in that create and build long enough to build an organization. And so this is what I challenge you to do. I challenge you to play the game of connecting. Okay? And that's why I wanted Mary Kathryn on tonight. I see her doing it and I see it working. I see Petra, her mother, doing it. I see it working, right? They just enrolled someone yesterday, I believe. And so, but what they're doing is they're connecting. And guess what? It's going to pay off. It's going to pay off. I already seeing it. I see it paying off. And so I want to flip, because not only do you have to have the mindset of I'm going to connect, and when I connect, here's what I'm going to say. You got to have a plan, right? And then you got to work that plan. You got to have a plan. You got to work the plan. Well, we're going to move over from Mary Kathryn in Monroe, Louisiana to Kimberly Brechja in Michigan that is going to share with you a plan that she's created. Okay. So now you've got the plan, you've got some reach outs, and now it's like, let's go. Let's go attack it. Okay. And don't get distracted by the world of all these other things that we can be doing, making our Facebook look pretty, making this happen, but we're actually reaching out. I had a chance to go to Michigan and spend time with Kimberly Brechja. And what I love about her is she has this long-term vision for going pro in our industry. And she's like, we all want it now, but she sees a big long range forecast of what she's going to do in this industry. And this is her first year to be full time. So she's experiencing that, which can kind of be awkward for the first year you go full time in the industry. But previous teacher, retired, now full time in the industry. Kimberly, thank you for being on tonight. I cannot wait for you to share with everybody, coupled with what Mary Kathryn said, to give us the tools to go after it tomorrow.
Thanks for having me on. I'm so honored. This is going to be right up your alley, Coach. So the term TNT, I want you to think about this before we start talking about where you're going to get the people to reach out to. Because like me, like Mary Kathryn, I didn't do this before a year ago. This is all new to me. And by focusing on the things that the coach is telling us to focus on, that the people who are successful tell us to focus on, I had an income very similar to Mary Kathryn's this year. That allowed me to walk away from teaching. So here's the acronym TNT, takes no talent. I didn't know what I was doing. I don't have the talent pool to go out and do this. So I'm following the people that do. Takes no talent. Think about this. This is who we're going to be. And then I'm going to give you my lists. This is who we're going to be. Coach, you want to see these people on your football field, right? The one who runs on and off the field. The one who shows up an hour early for your away bus, the one who hangs that jersey up, that doesn't leave it laying on the floor. This is not talent. This is gut and grits and all the things, learning and just trying to do it really well. So what did Coach Palmer tell us to do a few weeks ago? He said, we're going to start actively recruiting. So I started doing some research. How do I actively recruit? So I went out and I looked in my phone. I thought I'd had about 300 contacts in my phone. I had 1,000. I have 1,000 contacts right in my phone. So guess what? I got a piece of paper and I started writing them down. I have a notebook. It's hardbound, and we are going to, we're going to be actively recruiting. And how are we going to do that? We're going to make lists and we're going to reach out on those lists. So first list is from your phone. I have 1,000 people to reach out to on my phone. When I start writing those names down, I'm going to tell you, I get to one and I go, ooh, don't judge. Write that name down. Ooh, they're very successful. That's okay. Ooh, they're really poor. That's okay. Ooh, it's okay. You're going to reach out to every person on that list. Now, if there are partner co people, I have a lot of partner co people in my phone. I'm not going to reach out to them. I love them, but this is not the purpose of what we're doing. By having this list and by having, Mary Kathryn gave us some great words to use. I have a couple more verbiages that I put together. By having the list and the verbiage in place, I'm knocking out 25 a day because this is how I'm going to grow. So your phone contact list. The next one you're going to do is your customer list. You probably have, it depends on how long you've been doing this. I have probably 400 people on my customer list. And When I first started, it went so fast and I had no idea what I was doing. I let them fall to the side. And so I am reaching out to my customer list who did not convert to brand partners. Thankfully, my conversion rate is much better now, but at the beginning it was not. So there's another. So that was 1,000, right? Now I have about 300 or so, maybe 350 on the next list. And I'm reaching out to them and I'm saying, I'm so sorry. I know when you started, I was brand new and I probably did not give you everything that you needed to be very successful on these drops. How would you feel about trying it again and really working with me to reach your health goals? Or maybe they did them for a while and had good success and then stopped. Reach out to them and say, hey, where are you at with your health goal? Do you want to continue on? Do you want to try again? We have other products, anything like that. So you have your contacts in your phone. For me, that was 1,000. Your customer list, for me, that was 300. And then move on to your tree. Because if you've been in for a little while, or at least since August when we had free enrollment, you probably have quite a few in your tree that either are not working the business, never worked the business, never bought a product, or bought one product that didn't go on. So there's going to be a whole nother group, I don't even know how many, honestly, maybe 200 that you can reach out to, and you can use language and just say, where are you? How are you doing? Are you reaching your health goals? Can we help you with your health goals? That's 18,3, 1,003, that's 1,600 people. That is like a year's worth of reaching out or more. And then the last one that I'm using is the memory jogger. And there's a really good one online. And what is a memory jogger? You are going to jog your memory of every person in the whole wide world that you know. You're going to think back to your childhood friends, your high school friends, your college friends, your coaches, your teachers, and then you're going to go to your kids, their coaches, their teachers, their friends' parents, your doctor, your dentist, your doctor from there. I was in the Air Force and my husband was in the Air Force. We know people all over the world. My list is big. So you want to make these lists and you want to reach out to everybody. Now, the one thing, I'm going to throw a caveat on here. One of the things that I do when I'm in my contacts for my phone is if I have not talked to that person in 5 or 10 years, I just love on them. I ask them, how are you? What's new? What are you doing? Where are you living? That kind of thing. I'm asking them questions. So hopefully they'll ask me questions back and ask me what I'm doing. And then I'm going to tell them. Everybody else in my phone list, I'm either going to tell them the symptoms of especially the ones my age, the symptoms of menopause. Are you suffering from it? Do your knees hurt? Do your joints hurt? Whatever. I have something for you. Those 4 lists are probably going to keep you busy for a really long time. So that is my strategy, Coach.
I
So
love
while you're
this.
talking, I'm going to
But-
scroll through these scripts real quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to share these in Telegram. I'll share them in Partner Code Nation, and thank you so much for them. I'm going to hold them up here for just a second so you guys can take a screenshot, and then they're going to go away so we can look at their beautiful faces.
Kimberly, the reason this is so big is there's no cookie cutter way to reach out to someone, but you got to have a plan, right? You got to have a plan in place. You got to have you got to have a plan. Then you got to go attack that plan. And the reason the language she uses, how she uses it, really good, really good. But I want to challenge you all to something tonight. For the person looking, they don't know what they're looking for, but all it takes is you to come up into their newsfeed. All it takes is for you to make that call and say, hey, Kimberly, I was thinking of you. See, we don't need everyone to say yes. We just need to connect to the ones that are looking. It's like, let me say it like this. It would be like if I had a stock tip today and I knew tomorrow that this one certain stock was going to go up 15%. Guaranteed. Like it's guaranteed, it's done. Do you think, even though it's guaranteed, even though it's going up, if I had 1,000 people to reach out to, do you think all 1,000 would invest? No. They wouldn't have the money. They wouldn't answer my call. They wouldn't answer my text. They would say, yes, I'm going to invest, and then they would forget to invest. There would be all kinds of excuses. But we get into this world of network marketing and we think they're telling us no because of the industry, because of that. No. Just connect. And I want to tell you what's going to happen. If we don't connect, someone will. I have people tell me all the time, well, listen, my previous company, I'm going to wait for them to come to me. Good luck. Good luck. They're going to join someone else. Like they're going to join. If you wait to connect, they're joining someone else. Just today in our industry, a company bought out another big company in our industry and they're going through some turmoil and doesn't matter. I'm not into raiding, doing all that jazz. But the bottom line is, if you know people, you should if you go, well, I'm not reaching out. Well, congratulations. Someone else is. Someone else is having the conversation. Someone else is connecting. So tonight, I wanted to give you practical things. What Kimberly shared, what Mary Kathryn shared, is practical things you can wake up to tomorrow. If a person wants to do this business very part-time, I would say you could probably reach out to 5 people a week. And you're going to make some good part-time money, and that's great. That's great. If you are sitting there and, I was thinking tonight, I was like, to me, this call, I was writing down a couple of things and I was like, this call tonight is dedicated to the strivers, to the working, to the planning, to the person praying, doing everything they can to be that person for their family. That's what this is for tonight. If you're sitting there tonight and you're like, I got to make this work because I don't have a plan C and a plan D and a plan. I got to make this work. Then go get your plan ready and go attack the plan. This is dedicated to you. And like that's what I want for you. And so many times I have conversations with people that's like, I want it, but I don't know how to get it. And that's why, this is for you tonight. Because the plan, you have customers that are not brand partners, get the list in front of you. You've got people that Kimberly, if you'll just go into what she said, your phone, your Facebook, you got the people. Memory jogger, go Google it. How many, maybe in the comments, if you've recently, because I've said memory jogger 25 times since the Destin event. If you've actually done the memory jogger and actually made a list, put it in the comments. It's okay if you haven't. But let me tell you, if I was at a place where I wanted to scale my check, if I was at a place that I wanted to grow a new line of business, if I was at a place that was like, man, if I don't scale in 3 or 4 months, my family's going to be hurting. like, do it, do it. And I'm seeing all these people that's like, yeah, I did it. I've had people that's showing me their list. They're like, I got it right here. I got it right here. And they're attacking the 5 a day. Mary Kathryn's 5 to 10 a day. The only thing I can tell you that separated me when I started the industry was I had a burning desire. I had a why. I did like I didn't know the industry. My upline quit. Like when you go, my upline doesn't work hard for me. My upline quit. Okay. So I didn't have one. And all I knew was I got to get out of the situation I'm in because this credit card debt and this living check to check and being stressed out all the time is zero fun. Saying no, 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 no when I'd like to say yes every now and then is no fun. And I'm sitting in this high school I had my dream job. I was a high school coach. Guess what? They make no money. So then I had to run to find to be a high school principal, to run for superintendent, chasing more money, and found myself miserable. I had left my dream job because it wasn't paying enough. And that's when I found this industry. And I remember getting my plan together. Kimberly, Mary Kathryn, I remember in my office at work, nobody knew, right? But I remember drawing a 2-hour radius around Rogersville, Alabama, because in 2 hours I could get to where I needed to be. We didn't have social media. We had to go do in-person meetings. And 2 hours, I could leave my office and get somewhere to do an in-person meeting and then get back to go to sleep, to get back up to go to work. And I do it as many days out of the week as I could. And I remember my first year going, I don't think I've cut on the TV. And I started realizing I can survive without the TV. I can survive with all these other things that was distractions for me to go change our life with this industry. And after about 2 years, I started seeing it take shape. And I want to challenge you tonight because if you're somebody that's like, man, but you add one and one stops, and you add two and this one stops, you're not abnormal. You know what I think that is? That's the test. The test to see if you are really serious about going and doing this. And the test is what every person that has grown and built a residual income has faced. And I sit here today, just today, and I know several of you sent me messages. Thank you for that. My father had surgery today, and I thank God for this industry. I thank God for time freedom, that I could go and be with him. And I can go tonight and spend the night with him. And I can get up tomorrow and I can help him get back home. Because back then I was willing to fight through all the reach outs, getting good at it. It's awkward at first, learning how to overcome my fears, learning how to be okay with no, or be okay with someone ghosting me. All of that took time, took work, took learning. And that's what I want for each and every one of you. We have amazing people on this call tonight, but I'll be honest, we can do more. We can do more. We've got amazing products. We have an amazing compensation plan. And if we all locked arms and just started just connecting, we're going to explode all of your businesses. So, Mary Kathryn, Kimberly, thanks for coming on tonight. Thanks for sharing the nuggets. Guys, I pray that you go get as much of this as you possibly can for you and for the reasons you're out here fighting for this. And hold on to that. Hold on for the reason you're fighting. And don't be too proud not to share it. Get it down, because that is what will keep you going through the hard. So thanks for being on tonight, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. Andrea, I'll turn it back to you with any parting comments.
Oh my goodness. Well, I just want to say thank you. That was so powerful. Such great information. So many great scripts. Well, guys, put it in the chat. Do you feel like you have all the tools in your tool belt right now? Do you feel like you're ready to go, attack your Facebook friends list, go attack in a loving way, the contacts in your phone and your customers and the people in your tree? Like, we just were given not only the heart, right, on why we want to do this and what this can do for our life, but the tools on how to go get it. So I want to thank the three of you. Beautiful job. I'm so grateful. I pray that you all have a beautiful night. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Coach, for leading this. That was beautiful. And love you guys. And thanks for everything you shared this evening.
Love you guys. Grateful for you.
Y'all have a beautiful night. Thank you so much.